The whole world I wait for this. I make the beat drop off.
It's love. Good morning.
Good morning.
From me to you, from my family to yours, happy holidays. Not everyone says Christmas, not everyone celebrates Christmas, but we all know that this is the festive period. Most people won't be streaming tomorrow. I know I won't. It'll be time to spend with our loved ones to reconnect, recharge, and those who have to go back into the workforce after the new year. Time well spent with family can help you kick on, help you balance out. That's why this time is important. Time with family, the most important thing. And having sacrificed the past 24 years of military service, I know that more than anyone. And that's why I'm taking these next 6 months to a year to make up for lost time, if there's such a thing. But enough about my sad story. Big up to every single one of you. Happy holidays again. That's why, the background and whatever it is that's going on back there, it's auto generated by a StreamYard. Um, love, absolute love. Big up to Red's Corner TV. Love for that. Appreciate you. I am sub to your channel. I do consume your content. So big up to you, my friend. Big up to you. Big up to Guna SC. Is the house booby trapped? No, with family, the in-laws still. Having a great time in New York, my friend. Having a wonderful time. I'm loving it here. Yeah, why didn't he celebrate yesterday? Did y'all clock that? He didn't celebrate. He almost ruined the entire holiday season for Arsenal fans. Jubilation for Crystal Palace and the Eagles, and he didn't really celebrate that much. Am I reading into much in that? He just kind of ran off, and I don't know. There was something in that celebration that just didn't. AJ, the mod god, big you up, my friend. Prayers for you and your family as always. Big up Mr. Pads. Big up BBK performance, disgraceful performance from our forwards in particular. Had to calm down a bit. Calm down like the tragedy of Gaddafi song after the game. Yeah, man. We'll touch on that in a second, Mr. Pads. But man, let me get through this, the pleasantries of acknowledging that you all are here. I must acknowledge that, I can't have people in the chat and I'm ignoring y'all. Who the hell do I think I am? The Big Six? Nah. You get acknowledged over here. Big up to Wahaha. Happy holidays to you, my friend. Hope you are well. Merry Christmas to you, if that's how you see it. And big up, man. Big up to you all. And yep. And Waha, I did see that the toothpaste thing you posted there, Wahaha. That was cheeky, That was cheeky. But big up to Red's Corner, man. I got an art of the face punching back for Christmas. Oh, you about to let out all your stress. All your stress. You got a stress reliever. You're big up to man like BX Gunner. From the boogie down in the Queen City. Hope you're having a good time, my G. I dedicate the Giroud that margin 99% to Arteta. Yeah, so let's get into it. Yeah, I know you're not Jordan. I know you're not. I said big up to you, my G. I didn't call you Jordan. I big you up. Big up to Guna Rican TV. Hope you are good. Imagine Two dreadhead ballers playing in the same team, Doku and Semenya. Could be worse, you know. You could have Calvin Bassey and Ekatike, you know, two footballers sagging their shorts. Man, they be pulling down their shorts. Just listen, this generation is tapped just a bit, just a little, got a little something going on. Now, before I get carried away, let me touch on a couple of things in the game, right? Especially first half, put it on the players. I'm putting the first half on the players. Even though I wanted Gyökeres to start, even though I wanted Ethan to start, even though I wanted Ethan to play. In that first half, we created enough chances to be comfortably 2-3-0 ahead in this game. This reminded me of the EFL Cup performance a couple of years ago when we were playing against West Ham at home, when we created so many chances, and missed them all. And we actually lost that game. I think 3-1, I think. Gabriel Jesus is up front. Hello and behold, he was up front. There was a chance that came in. He tried to head the ball. The ball went out for a throw. I'm not talking about yesterday. I'm talking about the game that we lost against West Ham in the League Cup, where we created so many chances and didn't put them away. And it's frustrating. That first half was on the players. We created enough chances to be comfortably 2-0 ahead. And I think that was the game plan. And it was working right up until the ball in the net. Nani should have scored. Jesus should have scored. Martinelli played well. He had a chance as well, a half chance, not really a clear-cut chance, but there were enough clear-cut chances in that first half for us to have put Crystal Palace to bed. Now, the second half, I put on Arteta, because you see the second half, Glasner worked him out. Glasner saw that Canvo, that 19-year-old French kid that was getting cooked by Martinelli. He brought on Davini. He brought on, was it Klein? Either way, Glasner adjusted and worked Arteta completely out in the second half, and he couldn't respond. Have we not seen this before? Have we not seen him get out-tacticked, outclassed by another manager? Too many times than we'd like to see. And yesterday we saw it again. And when Arteta gets worked out, what does he do, people? He resorts to type. He does what he knows best and tries to defend. Try to defend a 1-goal lead is the most dangerous thing you can do in football. You know, they say a 2-goal lead is the most dangerous lead in football. Then what do we call a 1-goal lead? Is it even a lead? You try to see out both set pieces. This is what happens when you try to defend a 1-goal lead. A set piece, the ball bounces around ping pong in the box. Now, and I say this with all sincerity. I don't mean anyone who's going through some stuff, because I know that people are going through stuff. People in this chat be going through stuff. But 38 weeks of that shit plus cup games, this is not good. That's why I put it in the thumbnail. Cardiac arrest FC. This football club can kill you, you know. Because if you are borderline sick, heart problems, high blood pressure, hypertension, this shit can do you in. Now, to put away 8 pence versus a goalkeeper who had a man of the match performance, in my opinion, even though we won the game. Martin Benitez, is he from Argentina? Listen, that guy. To put 8 penalties or 7 penalties past that guy, man of the match performance, was commendable in and of itself. And big up to Kepa. That's why he's in the thumbnail as well. He made 7 saves. Or Benitez had to make 7 saves versus Kepa's 0. You know, but there are other elements. Before I get into mine, I'm more interested in what you guys have to say. But big up to Gunarican, man. Hope you are good. AJ said first half was good finishing aside, but that second half was the worst I've ever seen in the League Cup in over 20 years of support of the club. It was there. He got worked out, AJ. He got completely worked out and could not respond. I just realized that Gay has 3 goals and 4 assists this season. As good as he is defensively, he's also a problem in the opposite box. Yeah. You know, imagine him, Gabriel, and Saliba in a back 3. That would be calm, you know. Then we would really be set piece FC and clamp the corner. Huge win yesterday. It was BX Gunner, because they had the opportunity to completely ruin our Christmas. I don't know if you caught yesterday's stream, but that's what I was on. I said they could have completely ruined the the Christmas holidays for 20, 30 million people. It could have been. But penalties, when you create that many chances, football can be cool, you know? Cool, cool, cool. Marino was slipping like he had already started getting drunk and stopped the game. He looked drunk at times. You know what? The thing with Marino is, it's like he got so comfortable leading the line, he actually forgot, or I think he's forgetting that he came to this club to be a midfielder. You know, he was not good in that. And this is what we're saying, right? If Declan Rice goes down with an injury, he can't be the replacement. He can't be. He can't run. Someone who needs to deputize Declan needs to have legs. And if you're not gonna have legs, you better have some wicked tech going forward. Hence Ethan. Anyone? Ethan Wanyeri, the elephant in the room. Still can't get perfect pens are on our side, but Whitekeeper going left for all eight. I think he played the numbers. Yeah, I think he played this probability numbers. Someone is gonna go left, you know, and I think what's the name took the bait, and you know it cost him. If Bessie ever meets Yamal, shorts gonna be longs down. They ain't gonna be shorts, man. Them shorts gonna be on their ankles. There is never a reason in the history of football for your pants to sag, your shorts to sag, bruv. You know, football shorts are actually very tight, elastic around the waist. Gavin Bassett runs for 2 feet, 2 meters, and his shorts is all the way off his ass. I don't know what man is doing. Saliba was in their box at times last night, having a higher line than Big Ange, no joke. So the thing with Saliba, that space has always been there for him to step into. I've said it many, many times. I just don't know if he lacks the confidence to step into the game or the manager doesn't allow him to do it. But that space has always been there, especially right side where Saka is. When we talk about Saka's always being doubled up on, well, that creates space, and it's always been there. If he can exploit that space and start, playing some through passes, like those through passes that David Luiz used to make. As shit as he was defensively, he was one of the best line breaking passes from deep as a center back as there was in the modern Premier League. And David Luiz, ho's, big up the man like Monster in the house. Liverpool are back in the title race. I heard you might have back. Social, what you telling us, man? How you feel about yesterday? My general synopsis of the game is: first half we were good, finishing aside, finishing was dreadful, but we created enough chances, could have been comfortably ahead. Second half, I think Glasner adjusted to what Arteta was doing, worked him out. Arteta decided to revert the type, tried to defend a 1-goal lead, and it almost cost us. It did cost us. It cost us to go to pens. Luckily, the football gods was on our side. I almost got my wish. He got the pens, but Lacroix had to be the one that missed. Good pen. Now, I didn't watch the shootout. I was stuck in New York City traffic. Dr. Seymour Butts was giving me updates on what was going on. But I gave myself a good 30 minutes, so when I picked up the phone, I would have known the result. I couldn't take it in traffic. This New York City traffic is too rigid for me to be that emotional while driving, so I didn't. Holly's at a world view, but the coach and game management is shocking. Odegaard came on, Marino went up top, and we can see that doesn't learn. Yeah, you reverse the type. But which is confusing because the type doesn't work. If what he was reverting to was a proven working formula, I could hear it. But it hasn't worked, and it isn't working, and yet he continued to do it. Completely worked him out, AJ. Completely. Now, if you dominate the first half to the way that you did, and then the first half of the second half, you see that the manager's adjustments are working and counteracting what you were doing well, it's your move. It's chess. Castle your king or something, brother. Pay further, push a couple of your pawns up, Something. I can't see our top gooners, can't see the wheels falling off. Yeah, we're in front, but the oil pressure gauge is fluctuating. And we might blow the engine at any time. Yeah, the check engine light has been on. But because we're getting to our destination, i.e., picking up points here and there, and not completely collapsing, not going on a 2-3 game skid, but the check engine light is there, right? Means there's, your spark plugs could be misfiring, your throttle positioning sensor could be off, your cam positioning sensor, very important one, right? The one that controls the movement of the pistons so they don't collide in the cylinder head. That one, you will still get to where you're going, but that light will stay on, and that light is the damn 1-nils that we keep trying to protect. Those 1-nils and these 2-1s. No, need to kill games off, man. Now, to be fair, I did say when the draw was made, when Chelsea got Cardiff, because I wanted Cardiff, I wanted the easiest path to this damn cup final. Chelsea got Cardiff, and City got Brentford, or Newcastle got Fulham, whoever they got. I forgot. We got the hardest of the bunch, but shit, that's no excuse. You're gonna have to play them at some point, and now, we got two high intensity games versus Chelsea. And I don't care where they fall. I don't care who's fit. We must win one of those games. Win one, draw one. Get me to Wembley. That's what I'm on. Yeah, man. Still need a left back at the club. Let him go for free, didn't we? Let him go to free. Our Scottish captain, or should have been. BBK, I read today that Italian media reporting that we're interested in signing the AC Milan 19-year-old left back, Bartisaghi. Proper talk, but interesting. I'm going to ask Gianni about that, because he's a damn Gianni, yeah? He knows that Italian league inside out, So I'll make sure I have him bring me up to speed on that. I don't even want to speak term with Italian left backs. I hope he's good though, but 19-year-olds from other leagues got cooked by Martinelli yesterday. And if Martinelli's cooking you, it's a long day. Martinelli had Canvo on his ass, bro. On his ass. Bassie thinks he's playing in a Rough Riders video, right? And I'm thinking right there, are there any leaders in this team? Are there any leaders on the pitch? Be like, bro, pull your shorts up. No one wants to see your draws, brother. Watch your football, And Capier is better at left back. That's his position, but the coach is blind. So Capier picked up a knock yesterday. Yeah. Good segue, social. Training, another training injury. Now, when I look at the Arsenal injury report, when I look against Piero's name and Capier's name, the injury is listed as lack of match fitness. I'm like, what you mean lack of match fitness? He just played 90 minutes 3 days ago versus Everton. So what's the injury? He's not in the squad. He's not in the squad. If he's resting, say he's resting. But when you put not lack of match fitness, like that doesn't make any sense to me. When a professional footballer in his 20s, early 20s at that, played a 90-minute football game 3 days ago, you think he's going to fall out of shape in 3 days? I don't get it. But that's what's next to his name. Mascara and White are scheduled to be back mid-January. Kai's back in training as we see. And Max's ankle injury has him out until February. And that's all of our injuries. It's incumbent upon him to make sure that we don't pick up any more injuries as guys coming in and guys are going back out. But even Gabriel has a few days listed next to his name, so for whatever that's worth. I hope he's not being rushed back. Both Calafiore and Cappy are at best at left center back and back three. Yeah. And I don't fancy Skelly at left back. If he needs to play there to get minutes, fair play, but I guess he can play there against certain teams, but against teams with top wingers like a Bayern Munich, he is not good there. Saka happy pass to Gabriel Jesus, but won't pass to Victor Gyökeres. Please explain that. Yeah, you know what? There was a game in the preseason. I don't think it was the Bilbao game. I think it was the Villarreal game. Villarreal, I don't even remember the score. I think we lost that game 3-1 or something. There was a point in the game where Gyökeres and Bukayo Saka literally almost run into one another. Like they're not used to playing together. But that was preseason, so that was excusable. That was understandable. Right? That was expected. We're 20 something games in all comps. Right? Well, 17 games in Prem, 6 games in Champs, semifinal of the League Cup. They have to work these things out. High IQ footballers don't need, an abundance amount of time to click on. Some players take longer than others, but football is played up here. We all know these guys have the requisite skills that they developed in an academy. You know what I mean? Now, Nkapie is not good at left center back at all. He won't start there for Ecuador if Paco is fit. I've seen him play there though. Not sure if Paco was fit or not fit, but I've seen him play there against Paraguay. And he played left back versus Argentina and then kept clean sheets in both those games. Nkapie is left-sided bench. White, just the fullback. I hear it. I said in a back three, fully agree with that. Back four. If we play like that against Brighton Saturday, we are not winning. The thing is, though, Brighton will give us space. Brighton won't do the block thing. They will press us. When we have the ball, they will not sit back and say, play through us. They will try to come get the ball. So, with all that being said, yeah, Eze won't play or Eze won't start. Odegaard is starting on Saturday because Eze yesterday, even in the front, in the first half, in an attempt to break the lines for the final pass, Eze did give the ball away a couple times. But you know me, people. Your number 10 is going to give the ball away. That's part of being charged to break the lines. You're not going to pull those passes off all the time. If 10 times you get on the ball in a good space on the half turn and you try to break the line 10 times, 3 out of those 10 times you will give the ball away. 7 out of those 10 times the pass is converted. Out of those 7 times the pass is converted, it creates 5 big chances. Out of those 5 big chances, you score 3 goals, you win the game. But Arteta will look at, the hell with the 7 times you actually broke the lines. The chances that Jesus ended up missing, I'm going to stick you on the bench because of those 3 times that you gave the ball away. Because I'm about ball retention. I'm about playing it safe. You also forgot the interior Cabernet that you don't know where it's coming from. And if we play like that in 2 games every time, Emery will smoke us again. I think the odds are slightly in our favor versus Villa at home. And I think Gabriel might be back for that game as well. January is coming, and basically our center backs are injured. This is our chance for reinforcement. Next to Gabriel on the injury report, say a few days. Saliba's been playing 90 minutes. Gabriel is scheduled to come back. I am worried about Timber, though. I think Timber needs a break. United and Chelsea getting rejected by Semenyo, eh? So is it concluded that he's going to City? And if he's going to City, that means what? Semenyo will be up for sale. Savinio was up for sale because there were links to Tottenham, but they wanted too much money. I would actually have Savinio at Arsenal. I'm not gonna lie. I'll take him on loan. Gyökeres Eze, basically the symbol of change. Him starting stops platforming Odegaard, Saka, Jesus, and Kai, and this the same old system. Seems only Trossard and defenders prefer Yak. Yeah, I mean if you're a Trossard, because Trossard is a clinical finisher, right? So I know he knows one when he sees one, and he probably sees that in Gyökeres. But like, hey, if the chances aren't falling to me, and they're falling to this guy, we're scoring goals. We're scoring goals with this defense. I expect us to win games. Semenyo off the City. To me, he's not good enough for Arsenal. Make it make sense. Yeah, there are a lot of people who are not high on Semenyo, but I think he improves us massively. BBK The Telegraph reporting that the Palace are in for Strand Larson. Gomez removes in January. Palace are moving sensibly to be fair to them. I think they're realizing that the Thursday Sunday football is hurting them. Right? I've seen Thursday Sunday football hurt bigger squads than that Palace team. And you got to think of them. This is a Palace team that was in the ascendancy in 23-24, and they lost Elise. And in 24-25, they lost Ezra. So they have lost essentially two of their best creative players over the past 2 years. And all of a sudden, they're in Europe playing Thursday, Sunday. And it's hurting them. Equatorial Guinea scores with 10 men versus Burkina Faso, 85th minute. So you can win the game with 10 men. See, you can attack. You can, right? You don't have to just lock up shop and go to pen. Or lock up shop and go for the draw. Imagine that. Now, I do want to ask the chat this, though. I know, especially the Arsenal fans in the chat. What do you all make of Gyökeres being an unused sub in a game that was clearly headed to penalties? Because if you're going to defend a 1-goal lead, you have to accept the risk that they might score. And if they score, there's no extra time. So Gyökeres is probably our best penalty taker. Yeah, he side nets them. He wasn't on the pitch. What do we make of that? I would give that Italian scout a few million quid in January to get a couple of prospects aside a smaller budget for, let's say, 20, 30 million for him to do this thing. Yeah, and I hear that. Because I know, and this is something that Shane and I disagree on, because Shane doesn't want to give Arteta any more money. He's like, no, when it's your squad, this is your squad. Back your squad. Fair point. Can't argue with him there. However, I'm of the opinion that Berta, you have a job to do beyond Arteta. If you have to look over his head and look down the road for the club, and if there is sensible business to be done, right, like a few million quid, like Mr. Pad says, you do that. You still have a job to do, regardless of how the manager is performing. It's not about Semenyo not being good enough. Mikel can't coach an offense to make use of Semenyo. Yeah, so any more signings in January, if Arteta have his way, is going to be another defensive signing. Because any other attacking signing, especially a player with a profile of a Semenyo who's Premier League proven and is performing well in a lesser team at Bournemouth, this further exposes him. Yeah, big up to Waha for the AFCON update. Man, I have an app called Prime, not Amazon Prime, but it's an app called Prime. And if you message me, you can message me on Insta or send me an email. I give you the details of how I get it set up. The only problem is, unless your internet is very strong, you're usually 20 to 30 seconds behind the actual game. One of the reasons why I can't even do watch alongs, because then I'll be so behind the chat, it'll be spoilers everywhere. Brighton will give you space, but what good is space when you have Odegaard? Now, you know the dead clock is right twice a day thing. You know, you give him enough chances. Accuracy by volume. Wow. Accuracy by volume. You give him enough chances, he might convert one of them. Brighton play up and down. Yeah, yep, they're up and down. They will give you, but they just drew 0-0 to like Brentford or something. You know, so Brighton, but more that was probably an exception. Their normal performance is they do the madness. Channel 4, there you go. Google says Channel 4, and big up to our lovely Claire Bear. Gotta find my applause button. Big up to you, Claire. Love. We're gunning for you. We're praying for you. And we hope that you know, I big you up every time. Take care, Claire Bear. Love for Claire, man. Love for Claire. Love for Claire. Cheers to Wahaha, too. AFCON has been fun. Banger goes everywhere now. Big up to my brother Waffle Don. He has completely dedicated his channel, Waffle Don TV, to AFCON watch alongs. So you can get your watch along fix over there. I don't do watch alongs, period. So I'm damn sure not gonna do them during watch along and I'm doing this and I'm looking, because they don't even want me streaming. They want me playing with the kids, playing with the nephew, and doing the family thing. But I have to get my football in, you know what I mean? You know? And they actually play much better when they have actual pitches to play on. Yes, that's a great point. So the next fixture will be United game on Boxing Day, right? Yep. United and are the biggest club in the world, man. They play Mondays, Fridays. They get their own, they've been playing on their own days for like 3, 4 weeks now. I don't know how the United fans feel about that still. Perfectly in regards to our attack. Yeah, man, I don't enjoy watching our football team right now. Um, it turns out Norgard is pretty decent, but not good enough to defend against Sunderland. But we're the ones that need coaching badges, okay? The clock will become frustrated like Eddie and leave. And imagine if he leaves and go bang somewhere else while Arteta is still here not winning anything. They will still defend it, you know? He didn't fit. He wasn't an Arsenal player. He's bad character. Look how he down tools to leave Sporting. They will say all that stuff. They will crucify him. You think Yuck would leave here unscathed if he left and went somewhere and banged on Arteta is still here? No, 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 no. We've seen these Arteta lovers disrespect Thierry Henry. We've seen him disrespect Tony Adams. Now, just pause for a second and think, where would we be without those two? Those two people played a big part in why we're even allowed to sit at the table with some of these other big clubs. You know? Arteta still got us in a banter era when we're supposed to be good. Big up, Lynch. Happy holidays again, my guy. And I really do hope that everyone has a happy holidays. Eat a big old bucket of food tomorrow, a big old platter. Enjoy some laughs with your loved ones. Fully enjoy it. You know. Is it any surprise that Odegaard and Xhaka had their both best season at the same time in 22-23? I don't think so. There's something there. I think he's been trying to find that combination since then, but damn it shouldn't take you 3 years. That's the problem Arsenal have because of Arteta. How many club signings can you make without Arteta throwing a tantrum? Like with Liverpool, they can buy a player and Slot got no choice. But here is the thing, right? How does he get off throwing a tantrum? Like, for him to throw a tantrum, he would be implying that he's doing a good job. A good job means you're winning things. You're not doing, right? You're the second longest tenured manager in the Premier League, but Enzo Maresca has more trophies than you. Oliver Glasner has the same amount of trophies than you. Arne Slot has the Premier League on your head top. You know, he doesn't have any leverage to throw a tantrum. He can't. I don't know where would he get off saying that this is my this is my that. I need no. You've been given time, you've been given money, you've been given your own players, you've been given everything that the modern day managers say that they want, say that they need. And you want to throw a tantrum? Nah, my brother, you can't. If anything, if he does throw a tantrum, that would further expose his character or the lack thereof. Equalizer. Are they score and sit back or they trying to win? I don't mind saying this publicly. In the new year, I might need reconstructive surgery. So for now, I'm trying to get AJ. I was gonna say something earlier when I said, and this wasn't directed towards you. I was going to say, as a military man, as someone who's seen enough death to appreciate life, I was going to say we don't even know if this is going to be our last Christmas. So fully enjoy. You know, it was 4 Christmases ago. I was sitting right here and I was like, I should fly to Jamaica and see my mother. I had just seen her in the summer and I was like, I should go fly and see her for Christmas. Turns out, I went and saw her for Christmas. 31 January, she passed away. I had no idea that was going to be her last Christmas, but I am glad that I went and spent time with her because that was her last one. So fully enjoyable. AJ, we're going to be praying for you, my guy, because you're a valued member of this community. Big you up. Top Gooners are saying we must trade Victor for Sesko in January. Oh my God. These people, AJ, you're a better man than me, because you go into spaces with these lot and have debates and conversations with them. I just, why argue with Top Gooners when you can just wait? because they're gonna be eating pie sooner than later. Yeah, best of wishes for AJ, man. Absolute. Big up Lynch as well. Big you up with the. All right. I'm gonna have to catch the highlights on that one. This one sounds like a banger. Uh, sounds like a banger of a football game. Why are you still platforming Odegaard? He ain't that guy 6 years. He's still performing. Odegaard, it's the captain thing. It's the ego, and it's the captain thing of he is my captain, and who are you to tell me who is the captain? And to the detriment of the football club, he will continue to platform him. He starts against Brighton over Eze. Not him and Eze together. And I started this stream a couple days ago, and I'm saying Eze is not a backup for Odegaard. It should be the other way around. But Arteta sees something differently. Yeah, man. Big up to AJ, man. Ain't no way. Yes, Sesko. Sheshko. The next manager to win year one, they want him sacked. That is something I do think about when I say, you know what? I hope these top gooners will give the next manager the same amount of grace that they've given Mikhail. Because my God, we always plan for the future or look back at the past memories and forget we live in the moment sometimes. Big boy statement right there. Big you up, man. Yeah, man. Big up, real in the building. Now, yeah, I didn't know what to make of the Gyökeres not coming on when the game could possibly go to pens, but it just seems like Mikhail is giving me so much evidence to say that he wants to win a certain type of. We don't want to just. And there were managers like Zidane, Fergie. They just want to win, and they go about winning. It's just any call. I can win ugly. I can play the beautiful football. I can do all that stuff, but I'm going to win at all costs. It seems like Arteta wants to win a certain way. He wants to win with Odie as his captain, like Social said. He's always platforming him after 6 years, or it feels like 6 years, however fucking long he's been at the club. And we know that as soon as Havertz get back into the squad, as he gets fully fit, I think he'll give him 2-3 training sessions. 2-3. Bang, he's in there. Probably won't be against Brighton. And God knows, if he does this against Villa, it will hurt my nerves so bad. Right? Because the Villa game in 23-24, that cost us the league title, when he brought Kai Havertz back into the midfield, where he had a fully fit Thomas Partey on the bench, and we lost the game 2-0, will forever haunt me and will forever haunt his legacy here at the football club. And I will not let the top gooners forget that he did that. Cost us the league title, trying to be too smart. Yeah. I don't know when it's promised tomorrow. I've had a 153 major surgeries over the past 2 years across my life. So everything, make sure you never waste a day. That's mad, That's mad, AJ. And look, and here you are, giving us your time. And for that, we appreciate you, my bro. Yeah. I just noticed Tehran went back to the in-law so he can have decent Wi-Fi for a stream. Let me not on wood, because you said that it might go out. I told man, Mikhail coaches on ego, not what he needs. That's dangerous. Yeah, that's what Shane calls it, right? That's what because Shane calls it out. Shane calls it the N-word. By the N-word, I'm talking about the narcissism. I tried to refrain from using that term because it's a clinical term, and I'm not a clinician, a licensed one anyway. But that he if you look in the dictionary, he displays and demonstrates every single trait and attribute they say a narcissist does. Go look. Just go look and look at how he treats certain players, look at how he acts in the media. It's all there. It's documented. Very dangerous. Dangerous to us. Because it could be to the detriment of our football club. Saliba started slipping at the end of last year. If a pen versus Everton and cost us a goal versus Palace. I don't know what to say, Bozo Jim, but he has a blunder in him. Saliba is very comfortable, very calm when the leader next to him is there, when Gabriel is there, he is. When he has to marshal defense, because Saliba, now you're the senior guy in the back line. So whether it's Calafiori next to you, whether it's Benjamin White, whether it's Timber, whether it's Nketiah, like they're gonna look to you for leadership to hold the line, to call out the defensive matchups, the schemes, and all that stuff. But Saliba isn't really that guy, right? That guy is usually Gabriel, and that could play. That could play on his mental. Some guys just want to play football. Some guys are very comfortable in being told, "Hey, go here, do this, do that." When they have to be the one to tell everyone, "Go here, do this," they're not that very comfortable. But we all know Willie's quality. But yeah, without Gabriel next to him, it's a different Saliba. People make mistakes when they're tired. 100%. Fatigue. It sets in. Your brain says you should get there, but you try to cheat because you're tired. 15 likes. Yeah, let's go. It's calm, man. Listen, I appreciate you all staying with me because before I came on, I clicked on my YouTube link and I see everyone is live. Even the big six, the big six. They're trying to steal my time. That man can go live at any time and do 5,000 live watching. But when Lou BBK Sports want to go live, that man want to click their live button. But it's one of my favorite shows, so I'm pretty sure lots of people are over there watching. So didn't expect great numbers today, but still, it's quality over quantity. Yeah. So please like the stream because today is going to be one of those struggle days. But, we don't concern ourselves with that type of stuff. I'm happy Eucharist didn't come on and get blamed for conceding that goal. Okay. That's a good way to look at it. So I touched this, Lynch. I touched on this earlier about like minute 12 before you popped in. Yeah, he didn't. I don't know what that was, but that was a big goal. Like you literally could have you brought the Arsenal fan base to their knees. Pause. He should have went over there and knee slide on the carpet, but he didn't. What's the why? Because if you're going to Liverpool, the hell with Arsenal, run over there and slide and give us the middle finger. If you don't score goals, the pressure will eventually hit the back line. Playing for 1-1 is a joke. Absolute joke. And if you're the players, if you're a Declan, if you're the captain, do you not speak to him about this? Be like, Coach, I know that, I know I'm one of the best DMs in the league. I break up play and I can do my thing. Saliba, French international, we got a backline full of international and all that stuff. Yeah. But why invite unnecessary pressure? You know what I mean? Like in my heyday in the desert, if I could call in a head strike to take out of a building, you think I'm going to send my guy up there to put some C4 and expose himself? Pause. But, expose himself to enemy fire? No. I call in some air support, take it out. Boosh, it's gone. Now, if I call, they said the airspace is too hot. Now you have to walk your ass up there and put some C4 on the door and rig it. Yeah, fair play. But it's one of them ones. Screw Big Sis, this right here is the jam. My guy, Wahaha, feeling down. Big up Wahaha every single time, man. The United ambassador. Now, I have to look on the calendar and see when Arsenal, when you guys come to the carpet, because that's going to be a big match, because I think Man United are going to spoil a lot of people's seasons this year. They already went to Anfield and did the madness, so they would love to come to the Emirates and stick it to us. Lynch, I don't think so because he knows his job wasn't finished. Fair play. I can't watch the Big Six. I watch real channels. Some people just love the car crash, People love the car crash, Stevie. And I think Don is on there today to replace Matisse. And when Don is on there, it's going to be a complete car crash because he just... Don, and especially like leading up to Chelsea Arsenal, now that we've drawn Chelsea in the semifinal, Don has got everything to say about Arsenal. Everything is going to go right for Chelsea. Everything is going to go right and wrong for Arsenal. All the ifs will be positive ifs for Chelsea. All the ifs will be negative ifs for Arsenal. It's a weird guy, man. Yeah, man. Big up, man. Yeah, almost getting there. We're almost getting there. Hopefully, I'm looking at the 2K because the 2K is what I'm gonna do my next giveaway on the channel. Yeah, and that's as much love as I get from the chat. I do. I didn't even wait. I wanted to wait till 2K till I did the first giveaway. I couldn't wait. So as soon as I got to 1,600 subs, not that it was a great milestone, but I was anxious to give back. So that's why I did it. That's why I did it at then. Now, when I get to 2K, we'll do the other one. So hopefully by the end of the season, we'll do that. Who's Don? Breezy Dawn from Chelsea. Is the proper Chelsea. I still have United in 7th. They are doing bits and pieces. It's not all great, but building. Any given Saturday, any given Sunday, United can beat anybody. And I wouldn't be surprised. Any given Saturday, any given Sunday, Man United can lose to anyone, and I wouldn't be surprised. You know what I'm saying? Like if Man City loses to Wolves, I'll be surprised. If Man United lose to Wolves, I'm not. But if Man United beats Liverpool at Anfield, I'm not surprised. On any given Saturday or Sunday, they do this. You know, so when I was predicting them to beat Sunderland, even this damn Wahaha was saying they're not going to beat Sunderland. I said, no, Man United are going to beat Sunderland 2-0 comfortably. And so said, so done. Now, I did pick them to beat Villa. And United, come on, we're not going to pretend like they didn't have good chances, you know. They did have good enough chances to beat Villa because Cunha had very good chance in the first half to score. Big up to the broski SB. Hope you're good, my G. Big you up, man. That way. Wow. Don is basically the Chelsea guy. That's the best way I could put it. Hold on, bro. Before you come in, and just goes on in a waffle. Man, big up. Yeah, man, big up to you, my boy. Big up to Catch, man. Hope you're good. Yeah, I'm greasy though, man. Chelsea can do no wrong. Even Garnacho. You know the Garnacho that you watched stink up the place at United. The very minute that Chelsea signed him. Oh, he's good at this, he's good at that, he's good at this, he's good at that. That's what he was saying. You know. I think Garnacho has use though, but most people don't rate Garnacho. But I think he has something. He just needs to work on this. He's kind of like Jesus, you know. He can't shoot. A professional footballer that can't shoot irritates the shit out of me, you know. Because while I'm on the range, you know, while I'm doing all my other training, brother, you're on a football pitch with footballs being thrown at you. You don't even have to go fetch them. And you get to work on your technique, work on your craft, work on your technique, work on your craft, and you still can't hit a ball cleanly. Like how many chances did Jesus put in the stands yesterday? It's crazy, man. There's the link for our bro over about to catch up. Merry Christmas to USB. Man, big up to Quadra. You too kind, my G. Big you up. Garnacho, he did well in the cup versus Cardiff. Yeah, but the minute he was signed, because you know, I was actively asking, what's the point? What's Chelsea's move here? What's their play? You get rid of Madueke, but you sign Garnacho, and then you bring in Gittins. And now you want Semenyo, but you don't want to break your weight structure. So what's going on your left side? Is it just a conveyor belt? Are you going to try to coach the players that you have, or are you just going to sign until you find the right one? I don't know. I can't take Egal and down serious. Don't know if they're trolling or being serious. Not worth my time. Being serious doesn't get you anywhere on YouTube social. It doesn't. If you say craziness, if there's a certain amount of ways that you can get ahead in this YouTube game. You can come from the umbrella of a United Stand by Goldbridge. You can come from the umbrella of AFTV, where you're there for 3-4 years and people know your face. Right? Because even the 12 man podcast, Don Potts was on AFTV for years before he started his own channel. So when he started his own channel, they knew him. So he took a part of the AFTV following with him, and then he build. You know, but if you're a football junkie like me, or a sports junkie like me, starting from scratch, it's a grind. You know, so some of them, man, like the Egals and the Dons of the world, they don't want to grind. You want to get to the, you want to get to the big 10K, 20K, 30K. So you have to troll. So they troll. Has anyone seen a Snicker ad featuring Moreno? Nah. Is he trolling us? Because Uncle Jose usually has a cheeky dig at us. Jesus did nothing yesterday, but full praise. This fan base, just like players that do fancy twirls and look busy. And I guess that's why we don't see Odegaard in the same light as most of them do. Because he looks very elegant on the ball, and then the turns and the flicks and this and that. But then 2 passes after all that, the ball is back at David Raya's feet. I'd rather Eze and Ethan drop their shoulder, run at the defenders, trying to break the lines. Rather than 1,000 passes. Remember, was it the 2018 World Cup or was it the 2022 World Cup? I think it was the 2018 World Cup when Spain literally passed themselves out the tournament. I think it was Korea that beat them. No, Korea had beat Germany. Spain got knocked out of the damn World Cup and they had like 1,000 passes in the game. 1,000 useless, meaningless passes. It seems like that's the Arsenal mantra. I'm sure I heard Matisse talking about Gittins being loaned out. If it's true, it suits the above Maresca or having a nightmare with their recruitment. Yeah, I don't know what they're on. I don't. It's just like they don't have a recruitment strategy. It's basically who are Liverpool and Chelsea and Arsenal linked with. Okay, throw our name in there. Liverpool and Arsenal are linked with Caicedo. Throw our name in there. Liverpool wants Lavia. Throw our name in there. Arsenal is linked with Mudryk. Go get him. Go pay some extra money to get him. Just go. Pick up the Sacks. Sacks says Jesus is good in link-up play, but he cannot hit a barn door. Yep, that boy couldn't hit water if he fell out of a boat. So I'm thinking there's another coach that might look at Jesus and be like, you know what, maybe I can play you as a 10 because you're a very good attacking player. You just can't score. Right? So you play Declan as a holding 6 or Zubimendi as a holding 6 or Norgard as a holding 6, one of them. And then you play Eze and Ethan or Eze and Jesus in the 10. Or you play him as an out-and-out winger and let him create because he can't score. He can't. His fundamentals to shoot are poor. Once you lean back a little bit, it's gonna sky. He just... big up to Aaron, man. Monster stream the other day, my bro, with the OGs. Love this guy right here, man. Big up Aaron every single time. Hope you are good. It's not nightmare. They'll sell him well. They do sell well. And that's the thing. That's the silver lining. Because they do sell well, it enables them to continue their fuckery in the transfer market. Arsenal fans just love players who look good and busy, and ball out in reality is ineffective. Yep. It's fool's gold. It's a polished third. I don't care how much you polish the third, it's still a piece of shit, Arsenal fans love when people piss on their leg and tell them it's rain. But I'm not here for that, because if we have all these wonderful players, which some of them are, we have a squad full of internationals. Both our goalkeepers, our entire back line, international break them, everybody goes. And it's been like this for 2 going on 3 seasons now. Then I'm not crazy for asking for, silverware to validate that. Now, I'm not asking for a quad like Boy 10, but I'm saying one of those quadruple trophies. Give me one of the big ones or 2 of the small ones, and we roll up out of here. How about that? Aaron. Big up from Tate Aaron. And if Gittins is worth on Garnacho, then they do need to play him. So they don't need to play him, so they have options. Fair. There it is. Give a Christmas sub to our brother, Aaron Talks Arsenal. Yo, I was surprised I got to almost an hour without the internet going or without these little fucking nieces waking up, but they are going to wake up soon. I don't want them to come crash the stream. Um, Jesus is them guys at the 5 side that just plays doing flicks, 2 minute tricks, but influences the whole attack. It's because his vibes. And you know what? You've been to the playground, right? You've been to the to go play some pickup football, and we're warming up, and you see that guy that's just doing boom, 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 boom. You know, keeping up flicks, boom, 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 and then you pick him on your team. You've never seen him play before, but you see how he controls the ball while we're doing keeping ups and juggling. We are juggle, so we call it a juggle. We're juggling, wicked ball control. Then you pick him on the damn team, and once the game starts, you're like, damn, this motherfucker can't play. He can't. He's fancy with the tricks, but he can't play. You know, and now you're stuck with someone who is only good with the ball when it's warm up time and no one is pressuring him. And then the runner play every time you pass him the ball, he loses it. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be lucky to get half the money Chelsea plays for shittings. Already been a non-existent so far. Yeah, I mean, but the thing with Chelsea, right? You see, look at Enzo Maresca. He came up with Leicester. He brought Dewsbury Hall with him. That's all he took from his old team, and he thought he was going to use Dewsbury Hall, and it took him one season to be like, nope, and boom, cut sling load, cut ties quickly. Meanwhile, we're going what 4 or 5 years with our captain, with Odegaard, like, and it's not working. It's past the sell by date. Hey, big up Aaron, bro. I hope you're enjoying the time in the city with the fam. I am, man. I am, and this is the only hour-ish that I get to sneak in because they're out of school now. If they were still in school, they were in school the other day, but the Wi-Fi was shit. I'd be able to stay on longer, but they're out of school and they want to come play with Uncle. Imagine what Enrique will do with this squad. Enrique, Zidane, even this Zerbi. I just think the squad needs a fresh set of eyes, Sacks. Right? A new detective. We're a cold case right now. We need a fresh set of eyes that look at this bunch and say, you know what? Our best attacking lineup doesn't include Odegaard. He can be good in the cups and can be good for rotation. But maybe a new manager comes in and sees Ethan and Eze as the two starting tens to feed Gyökeres the ball. No disrespect to Odegaard, but you know, it is what it is. Dude, Chelsea sold Madueke, but you know that's they sold Havertz for 60. This is Arsenal being this is more Arsenal being stupid than this is more about Chelsea selling well. Now, Chelsea do sell well to Arsenal. You know what I mean? But I don't. How much was Gittins? I don't think they're getting. Well, I guess Lukaku wasn't. They didn't sell him well, right? They ended up having to give him away, and they paid 100 for him. But if they can get close to what they paid for Gittins, I'm sure they'll take that. Talking of Enrique, is it true he will be offered a lifelong contract by PSG? He won't be leaving. Yeah, I mean, they can offer it to him. He can take it, but a lifelong contract isn't really a lifelong contract, is it? Because there was a guy that coached at Duke University. Duke University, for those who don't know, is like they're like the Lakers of college basketball, right? They're royalty. They win a lot. They had a coach named Mike Krzyzewski. He coaches the USA Olympic basketball team as well. Mr. Basketball. They had signed him to a lifelong contract. And a lifelong contract essentially is just, hey, you walk when you want to. You know, so they can give him, Krzyzewski. Mike Krzyzewski. So they give him a lifelong contract. He leaves when he wants to. So a lifelong contract could mean the next 2 years. You know. But does he want? I think he fancies another challenge. Imagine if he comes to the Premier League and does another treble with another team. That would be 3 trebles, 3 different leagues, 3 different countries. Then all of a sudden, Enrique gets to sit at a whole other table. Because right now, I don't think he sits at a table with Pep and Fergie. Top manager, but he doesn't sit. But if he does that, conversations. Big up to Darren Martin, the general. Manners and respect, my brother. Hope you're good. Happy holidays to you, my friend. So you're saying, you know what? We were just fucking around on the Bruised Banana when we had said Madueke, and Shane Guna put that energy in the atmosphere, and I will never forgive him for this. Because it happened. It happened. So no, I'm not even gonna read this out loud to put the energy in the hair Wahaha. Nope, 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 nope. PSG was never letting Enrique leave. Why would he leave? Unlimited funds, owner approval. Um, yeah, but if Pep leaves and the 155 fall to the side, Man City may be able to prime away. If Man City are able to keep, Holland and these other boys, but I don't think he's leaving. It'd be criminal for anyone to leave PSG to go to City right now as a manager, not knowing where the 115 thing is gonna fall. I got Jackson Beans, Arsenal annual summer signing for just so see these man, yeah. See what the club has done is enable, Liverpool fan and a Man United fan to project the anticipatorial purchase of a Chelsea throwaway yearly. And I'm saying to us, hey, if we're serious about getting a Chelsea player, go get the players that they do want. Stop taking the ones that they don't want. Yeah. Hey, you think if we offer Chelsea 100 million for Cole Palmer, Chelsea will sell him to us? Hell no. If we offered Chelsea 100 million for Caicedo, they're not selling him to us. No, for Enzo they might, because they're on the fence with him. They rate Cole Palmer. They rate Caicedo. Those are the players we should be taking off Chelsea. Go take a player off Chelsea that makes them weaker. Don't fund their next transfer by taking the players that they don't want. That's a fuckery. Like, how much sense does that make? Enrique versus Pep battle would be lit. Yeah. But Enrique is managing us or Liverpool or Chelsea. Because, Liverpool, Chelsea, Man United, I think be serious about getting Enrique, not the Cronkies, which is crazy, right? Because I don't even think you would have to pay 15.6 million to get him. I think he would take 12. That's what you play Arteta. But let's offer him 15.6 million to come live in London and coach, one of the best defenses in the world. Give him Declan Rice, give him Saka, give him Gyökeres, and see what he can do. If anyone getting Enrique, it's cutting. Looking at signings, very PSG like. He's a top manager though, man. I would love to work in England one day. His own words. So yeah, I think he fancies a challenge. But that would be a wicked, wicked move. Win the league in 3 different countries. That's Pep levels, right? He hits a rat in the head. Their signing fits his style. Yeah, he could. But Enrique comes off as a guy who can really, change his style up. Tactically astute. Does this victory yesterday give you an extra Christmas gift? Nah. That was cardiac arrest, my bro. That's why I put it in the thumbnail, like cardiac arrest FC. Almost. It's just like, what? We should have been comfortably away in the first half based on how we played and the amount of chances we created. And part of me was saying I would have loved to see Gyökeres on the end of some of those chances that Jesus was getting. He's a madman. Big up the sweet cherry honeybee. Yes. Take off your panty now. Big you up. He already done it with the best. PSG first Champions League. He has nothing more to do at PSG. Yeah, he delivered. Yeah, he delivered. The goods. Happy holidays, the sweet cherry. Sweet cherry is coming to us from Canada, folks. It's cold up there. Hope she's staying warm and cozy. Managing us. I think the bigger question is where Inzaghi goes post his 2 years in Saudi. Mhm. Good question. Yeah, that's definitely a one that needs an answer. I'd have him. I would have him. Only thing for PSG is building a real legacy that will be hard. Yeah, man, that's a fair point as well. We scammed the win. We damn sure did. We did a Ruben scammer win. One league title, he will get sacked. So personally, I would leave where I can. He would have to really, really be down in the dumps for them to sack him. Player of the match yesterday, Benitez. Even with us winning, you know, he was top notch. Timber with that chance when he picked the defender's pocket and turned. Yeah, he was monster performance, man. Man was out here on his Buffon, like prime GG Buffon type stuff. Brandon Rodgers going to Saudi went quite unnoticed after his all. I didn't even know that. See, this is news to me right here. News to me. Uh, I mean, back to the point. Look at Diego Simeone. No one has even tried. That's a fair play. Oh man, but yeah, big up, man. But big up to listen, people. From BBK Sports to you all, I will be back on Friday. I will not stream tomorrow. I will respect all of you's time with family, whoever is celebrating the holidays. It's going to be very difficult for me to tell, that I'm going on the internet to stream and talk about football because there is no football being played tomorrow. But it's been a fantastic trip here in New York so far. And I'm glad I'm still able to get some streaming to talk football for some therapy with you, man. So big you up every single time. Sack said Norgard showed that he can start some games where it's more physical. Yeah, matter of fact, I would have been okay with Norgard starting and someone else other than Marino in the 10 yesterday. I mean, in the middle of the Parkinson. I don't think Marino was good at all. Maybe you see African Kinnaman in the stands for that. Oh, he's over there. Is he over there for real? I've been seeing him stream from his studio like yesterday or the day before. Oh, we got the 20 likes. Yeah, big up, man. Big you up. It's love for that. Have you seen Wanyeri? Looking for him. The elephant in the room. You know the Tressard celebration when he scores. He's looking for Ethan. Dude, that Nancy guy really hold my beer, then add the shit to it, Rogers in the mud. Listen, I don't know, man. He's a Frenchman, in it, but he speaks good enough English to be able to communicate. But the things that he is saying in those press conferences, I don't know, man. King went out to AFCON. Okay, big up, King, man. Big up. The love fest for Marino does my head in. He is a emergency striker that goes up top and does a job. Sit. Pace. Pace. Pace plan. Primary striker should be Gyökeres, but it's Havertz if it's Arteta. Alternate is Jesus. The contingency is Gyökeres under Arteta, and the emergency is Marino. Arteta sees things differently than we do. Right? And the fact that he's not winning doesn't validate what he is doing works. So until he starts to actually winning, what we're seeing, what he is seeing the duck, we're seeing the rabbit. Remember the all or nothing duck. Until we start seeing the rabbit, until we start seeing Marino for what he really is, he will continue to play in the midfield, and he will continue to look this way. He's not good there. Scottish football, right? Arteta wouldn't even win the Scottish League. Yeah, I ask people all the time. You switch him with Glasner at Palace, and let him take Odegaard with him. Take Odegaard with you over to Palace. Yeah. See if he wins the FA Cup. I think not. Good finisher, but certainly not a good footballer. Yeah, if the chances fall to him in the box, he's very calm on the ball and he strikes the ball well with his left foot. But he there's this play that he liked to do where he's like a pause, hesitate, release. In the Premier League, it doesn't work. In Europe, it does. Yeah, it does in Europe where you will have a little more time and a little more space on the ball. But in these Premier, and it will work in La Liga. But in this Premier League, bro, you can. Caicedo will clatter into you and get a red card that'll damn near break your leg. You know, looks like someone is on holiday. You know what it means? Maybach music. Just for him. Just for him.
Maybach music.
Yeah, yeah. Like, big up Eros wherever he is. Will the duck or the rabbit, man. Earthworm Jim. Hey, give me that. Give me that. think all Scottish teams are going to be knocked out of Europe. Too, apart from maybe Celtic. I had a man from Scotland will go always want to see it do well, but the standard had been lower. Yeah, it's in the gutter, man. Absolute shit. And Scotland's in the World Cup. This is their first time in the World Cup since '98, is it not? Because I remember they kicked off the '98 World Cup. They had their first game. It was them and Brazil. I think Brazil won 2-0. If my memory serves me correctly, I could be. Yep. Oh, wow. I didn't even see. First time since '98. I think so. I think they kicked off the World Cup against Brazil in '98. I'm going to go chat GPT that when I'm done. Make sure I didn't say something that's factually incorrect on stream. Odegaard is so bad at Cam, who's not able to play a through ball down the middle. Scared. Him holding on to the ball doesn't go down to Arteta as a big chance missed or a big chance not created. It goes down as good job, Martin. You retain possession. Pass the fucking ball, bro. Pass the ball. Like Arteta, you have to empower your creative midfielders, bro. You're allowed to make a mistake. You're allowed to overhit a pass. Take a chance. So Scottish football is doing fine. I'm looking forward to seeing Tierney in the World Cup and see what he does. That was a banger that he scored against. Was that who they played? Who does Dorgu play for? Is it Sweden? No, not fucking Sweden. Dorgu played in the game with Scotland, that playoff with Denmark. Fucking hell. Thank you, wahaha. Yeah, so my head is going. The breakfast is ready. They've been waiting for it. Love, people. I got to get out of here now, man. See you all on Friday, yeah? See you all on Friday with an impromptu stream where we'll get back into some more football. But big up every single one of you. Big up, wahaha. G Wills, love, bro. Monster, AJ, still praying for you, my G. Guna SC, Aaron passed through earlier. Social, hope you're good. Sax, big you up. Big you up. Again, happy holidays for me to you, people. Like I always say, take care of yourselves and each other. Until next time, we are